started it. Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. I'm here with my friend Sean. He's going to be trying to guess my books by their titles because I don't have covers for them, so can't be judging the book by their cover. I just had to write them down because I did not do that beforehand. Sean! Stop it. Are we going to be able to get through this video? Also, I apologize for the lighting and the terrible camera on my laptop. We're in the office because we were going to try and film in the kitchen, but there's a lot of people over right now, and my room's messy, so he's going to be like this throughout the entire video. Alright. Oh, wait. You can't look at the
Well, okay. Do I need a... Got this. Came prepared. Stop laughing. This is serious.
I can't.
This is serious. You gotta get stuff done here.
Okay.
Look at me. Look at me. This is my serious face.
I can't do that with you. Okay. What do you think Zamora is about? Which I've talked a lot about Zamora on this channel.
It's that, I mean, can I take this off yet?
Yeah.
Sounds like a name? I mean, it's probably a person. And they're the main character. Sounds like it's either, I mean, it's not like a modern name, so it'd be either like kind of a fantasy or like sci-fi. Probably fantasy. Probably.
You read part of it.
Yeah, I did read part of it.
Yeah.
So
I sit in like a very early draft, and I look so.
It's the fantasy one.
Pale. I'm gonna close this. It's not better, but you know what? Who cares? So,
yeah.
Are you done?
I mean, I'm gonna take a wild guess and say she's a wizard.
She is a witch. She's the villain.
Oh, I got that wrong.
Yeah, she's not the main character. Her brother, well, she's adopted into the family, but her brother is the main character, and it's all about his story, about how he finds out that he's actually a part of the Element Legend, and his grandfather is a warlock, an immortal warlock, but he doesn't know who his grandfather is. And this is set in a medieval time like world, and it's about the four elements: fire, water, earth, and air, and which is born of those elements. And there's something called element hunters, which Griffin is an element hunter, and Azora is like the head, kind of like the headmaster, like Dumbledore, of the element hunters at what I call the lodge, which is where they all stay, and they have to go and get this key, which holds a lot of the power of that element and kind of keeps it like grounded. And when they take away that key, it takes away the power from the witch that's born of that element, and also the element itself. So he has to, and his sister ends up killing their father while he's in prison the day before he has to die. So it takes place the day before Griffin is set to be killed. And he is having to go save his sister, his blood-related sister, because Zamora was kind of like Harry Potter being dropped on the doorstep.
Yeah.
Going, there you go. Still don't know most of her, like, lineage, but that's pretty much...
That's for the actual book.
Yeah. But that's pretty much like the roundup of what the first book is about. You were kind of close. You got the fantasy part, and you got the name right. It's
yes.
and like a Evil
Yeah.
Time because it's not a modern name. I also got the name from a street sign.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on the 4th of July I saw Zamora and Azora
Oh.
as street signs. I'm like, you know what, I like that sign.
Yeah.
So I wrote them down on my iPod because I didn't have any paper, and it was on the way to a 4th of July event. And I couldn't start writing the book until I got home
Yeah.
at
so
around
you
1.
gotta write down-
So, yeah. So you got kind of... I'm not
This
even
one
going to
here?
count points. So,
I got this.
second book is Your Chains Don't Bind Me.
Your chains don't bind me? Okay, that's gonna be another fantasy medieval. No? Okay.
That's the only hint I'm giving.
Chains don't bind me.
This
Okay.
is one that I'm also kind of currently working on.
Yeah,
I'm partway through I put part of it on Facebook. I put like the first chapter.
It's like, it's contemporary then.
No.
No?
Why am I
Okay,
giving
so
you
it's futuristic. Okay. Okay. I'm going with futuristic since both other options were denied.
I'm gonna open the window back up again. Okay.
What if you don't open it like all the way, like just a little bit later?
That works.
Okay.
Semi.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a little bit futuristic, kind of like a. It sounds
I
like
just
a.
told you. I just showed
You
you
didn't
the
tell me.
characters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that I told you this is Suriel and this is Nathaniel.
Yeah.
That's all I'm giving.
Okay, so I'm guessing something to do with like. What's the title again?
Your Chains Don't Bind Me.
It's gonna be like a slave or something, like breaking free. That's my guess. And some kind of greater like destiny or something to do with them. It's futuristic.
I just told
Alright.
you about
It's futuristic. This is. I'm sticking with that.
Anything else you'd like to add?
No, besides just the main characters like breaking out of like a slavery kind of thing.
Alright,
Hold
so
on.
you're kind of right with the futuristic. It's a dystopian
Oh.
novel. It's
okay.
kind of like the Hunger Games, where it takes place after a huge war.
Yeah.
So the world is split by angels from heaven and angels from the underworld, and they're still having a war. Like the devil's angels are trying to stop heaven's angels from helping anyone that does need help that's still alive.
Mhm.
Most of the population is like wiped out. Suriel is the main character, or well, actually no. So Suriel, this is kind of an interesting one because it's told from two different perspectives, but it's the same story. So Suriel is the angel from heaven, and she's actually a fallen angel, and she fell in love with the devil's angel, which at the time she didn't know was the devil's son. Oldest son, actually. So her whole storyline is trying to redeem herself and get her wings back, because you lose your wings when you do something like that.
Yeah.
And so she's just trying to do that, and as well as saving her twins that she had while she was in the underworld.
Mm-hmm.
And Nathaniel on the other side, same kind of story, but we get to see more of like the underworld from his point of view once I do write it. And his is trying to redeem himself from being who he is, because he thinks that he's not able to change, but he also knows that he's not his father. So he's trying to just redeem himself, and when he does eventually save Suriel, and right before they're about to get thrown into the River of Souls, and that's what chapter 2 is named, River of Souls. Not really a happy skip-and-go story.
Didn't expect it.
No. Literally all my stories are kind of depressing.
Everyone dies in the end.
No, not everyone dies.
In every story.
No, don't listen to him. You can find out whenever I finish them. Anyways, so you almost made me lose my train of thought.
Something about River of Souls?
Yeah,
Maybe
River
I
of
have to get
Souls.
thrown into it.
So when he ends up breaking out of the chains, and Satan is still trying to keep his chains wrapped around both of them and bringing them back down. But when he saves Suriel and cares about saving his sons, then when he gets on Earth, which they land in kind of like a wheat field,
Mhm.
just like a golden wheat field, he ends up getting redeemed and his wings are changed from black to white
Hmm.
for pure. It's a very symbolic story,
Mhm.
and there's actually going to be, so that's like part 1, and then part 2 is going to be their children's stories. So one child is going to fall into the devil's hands, the other is going to be like staying in heaven's hands.
So it's kind of like the
So
same
yeah, it's the same thing,
thing.
but told like,
But it happens. Things happen differently. I'm
Yeah.
guessing. Cool.
but it's the same story.
Yeah.
Kind of one of my favorite ones.
It's interesting.
So Suriel is kind of a slave in the beginning. So I kind of got that.
Yeah. Nailed it.
Man, all my stories are really depressing. All right, remember me.
Remember me?
Mm-hmm. What is Remember Me about? This is story number 3. I have about 10, by the way, so this is going to be quite a long video.
Remember me. It's kind of something to do with like amnesia, like forgetting something, and kind of like relearning or like.
Remember Me is actually a movie about that, but it's not.
Well, the term "remember me" kind of. Anyways,
I'll give you one
What's
hint.
the hint?
I'll give you one hint. It's a fairy tale retelling.
The fairy tale.
Yes.
retelling?
And Remember Me is something that one of the characters say. That is a well-beloved character.
Is it Wonderland? Alice in Wonderland? I don't know fairy tales too well. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say this is a. It's gonna take place in. Future. It'll take place in the future. It's some kind of retelling of. I have no idea what it's gonna be retelling of.
See,
It's gonna be robots though.
Is that it?
Yes.
So
Lots of robots.
this, I'm actually having Alice as either the mom or the grandma. And you have the Wonderland part right, but it's not going to be set in the future. It's
Yep.
set in the current time.
Okay, but there's still robots?
It's Wonderland. Do you think there's robots in Wonderland? There's
Yes.
walking cars.
It's kind of the same thing.
Anyway, so Remember Me is. Let me go to my website here really quick. Oh, I think it's completely. Okay, so this is.
Oh, I can
Oh,
look
wait.
now right now?
Didn't put it. Yeah. Okay. So, Remember Me is set in our world at first, and Alice's daughter, named Alicia, decided it would be kind of like cool to have like similar names.
Yeah. You should have just done her name backwards.
What is Alice?
Alice.
Isela? I don't know.
Esila? E-C-I-L-A.
No. That wouldn't work.
Yes, it would.
maybe,
Anyways.
maybe in your mind. Anyways, so the Queen of Hearts actually has a son who is nothing like her at all. So I'm kind of sticking a little bit to the original. I have read the book in kind of preparation,
Mhm.
or reread the book in preparation for this, or not this video, but for the story. So Queen of Hearts' son, Prince. 1 second.
Wow, you didn't even know what you wrote.
No, I have. Wait, did I even do?
Oh, you even went off the list?
Yeah, I did do them. Alright. Prince Norman. There we go. Prince Norman is actually with the White Rabbit. Who. The famous White Rabbit?
Yeah,
with
yeah.
They're kind of watching and keeping an eye on Alicia because his mom wants her. Because they actually lived in Wonderland when Alicia was born. Like, Alice lived there because she's married to the Mad Hatter. But the Mad Hatter ends up getting kidnapped. Or killed. I haven't decided yet. So it's kind of like her discovering that her mom's Alice, and that, or not discovering that her mom's Alice, because it's not like, it's gonna be kind of like the story. And she ends up having to go to Wonderland, or ends up finding her way into Wonderland, kind of like Alice did.
Yeah.
But not through a hobbit hole, or hobbit hole.
Rabbit hole? Could be
Rabbit
a
hole.
hobbit hole in this one.
Yeah, I'll just throw in a hobbit hole. Let me
Yeah,
Bilbo
just-
Baggins.
We'll just mash up Lord of the Rings with Alice in Wonderland, you know?
I don't.
In a modern setting,
Could that work?
it's crazy enough to work. Maybe throw some robots in, you know, for good measure.
You kind of say
Ro-
things and
robot.
then get stuck on.
Robot hobbits.
Anyway, so when she goes into Wonderland, she ends up finding out that her dad is a Mad Hatter, and that there is no raging tea party that is happening when she arrives. And the story kind of kicks off from there. With
Sounds
that.
interesting.
Yeah, I came up with it in like our junior year of high school, and I did start writing it, but then I was like, no, there's a lot of family mythology that I have to figure out here. Like,
yeah. A lot of
so
research.
for the longest time, I was like, do I want Alice to be the grandmother, or do I want her to be the mother? And then I thought it would be interesting to have her marry Mad Hatter, have them have a kid, but then she has to move for whatever reason back to her world, or back to our world, and then a huge fiasco.
So where did the hobbits come from?
The rabbit hole. The rabbit
The
hole.
robot hole. That's where the robots come out of.
I never know what he's gonna say. I never do. Alright, so let's go back to. Or, no. Trying to go back to my. Where is it? Oh, dang it. One moment, trying to find
This thing smells like popcorn.
your jacket.
Yeah. Well, the class I was sitting in, like one of the classes, they made popcorn and made it, so it might smell like popcorn
I
because
can't find.
weird.
Oh. What happened to it? I'm just gonna click. Oh, my battery's running
Oh
low.
no!
No.
I need to find a charger.
Where is my freaking. Oh, I have characters for 360. Okay. Oh, here it is. Whew, I found it. That's okay. Okay. So, what number are we? Number 4. My Forgetting You anthology.
forgetting you?
They're my short stories that I
Okay,
told
so
you
this
about that
one's
I...
gonna be the amnesia one. The person's going to like give themselves amnesia in order to forget something, but then it's like they're slowly getting the memories back over time. And, you know, it's gonna take place in the future, though, obviously. And you know, there might be robots, there might not be. You never know. You know, there might be people that you think are robots, but they aren't. Or there's like
What is with
robots that
you
you
and
think
robots?
are people. And the robots gonna be the ones that make people forget things. It's an important detail.
No, you're kind of far
I'm
off.
really far off. Okay, it's gonna be fantasy, and it's gonna be the same thing, like forgetting things, but it's gonna be hobbits instead.
You're still really far off.
I'm sticking with the robot one now.
Okay, well, you're wrong about everything. There's no robots, there's no anything.
It's not anything?
This is kind of based on, these are short stories that are based on experiences that I've had with people. Not like exact experiences, because I
Yeah.
haven't lived in Ireland or known anyone from London, so.
Yeah.
But I'm just kind of putting it around the world to make it more relatable for people. Anyway, so this is a collection of short stories dealing with the same concept, but with different people in different situations. And it kind of shows both sides. It's people leaving without an explanation and without a goodbye. Because I've had so many people do that to me, or just stop talking to me and not,
Yeah.
like, stay in contact
Yeah, no.
at all. I'm telling you a little bit about that, I think. Yeah.
I think, yeah, everybody has that happen
Yeah.
at some point.
So
That's good. It's
that's what
relatable.
for getting you the outline that I showed you. Before this was going to be a full-on novel with these 3 characters, but then I changed it into a 2-part short
Mhm.
story, and then I just continued that. Actually, the Coughlin and Guinness trip came out on Halloween.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Shameless plug.
So there's no robots in it.
No,
But
there.
there could be.
You want me to write you a story with robots?
Huh? But that'd be good, actually, robots and make people forget things, you know? But you don't know who the robots are, is the thing.
They're robots. They're not anyone.
Well, yeah, but they look
Unless
like people. They're like androids, you know?
So, like, the human show?
What?
Have you heard of it?
No.
I
no,
haven't
actually.
watched all of it because it's a little disturbing.
Talking like androids from like Alien, you know? Where it's like they look like people.
Like in Star Trek.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but like they're more convincing. They're less
More
less
convincing
robot-y.
robots or humans?
Yes.
Alright. So the 5th one is Doomsmire.
What?
Doomsmire.
Can you spell it?
Here, I'll show you. Doomsmire. I'm clicking
Okay.
on and off this, by the way.
Okay. It's gonna be something with the desert. This is Dune. It's gonna be desert. It's gonna be a lot of sand in this one. It's a lot of sand. You know, it's coarse and
So it's gonna
rough
be
and
Tatooine?
gets in everywhere. Yeah.
It's just a story based in Tatooine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a story in the desert. Wait, were you serious there? Or? For a second I thought you were.
No.
Anyways. And then yeah, it's gonna be like a collection. It's gonna be a collection of stories that take place in this desert. You know, it's gonna be like a really wide range. There's gonna be like action ones, and then it's gonna be like the next one. It's gonna be like a romance, and the next one's gonna be like robots.
Romance. What?
And then it's gonna like flip around between different genres, but it all takes place in the same place. You know, it's like all these different stories across time in this one place.
Okay. Why don't you write that story, buddy?
There's gonna be as
Once
many-
again, completely off. This is the murder story. One of my 2 murder stories. So I don't have like the whole thing like planned out. I do have some characters that are planned out, but pretty much it's based in this town called Dunsmire. Another name I got off of street sign. Street signs are
Street
good.
signs are great.
Street signs are good. If you're a rider, look at street signs when you're driving. But also pay attention to the road if you're driving. So this one is based in a town called Dunsmire at a college, like a boarding school college, and there's all these like murders that have been happening, and it's only like certain people. And the main character, who I call Lilu, you know what Lilu is from?
I've heard that.
It's her nickname, actually. Lillian is her full name. Lillian Esther.
Oh, God, I know that's. I've heard that.
If you've never seen this movie,
Okay, what is it? Just
you
tell me the movie. Tell me the movie.
Fifth Element.
Yes.
You've seen Fifth Element.
Yes, I have.
This
yes.
is my inspiration for sci-fi.
Okay. I know I heard that
Okay.
before. I was just.
We would have had to like sit down and watch Fifth Element.
I mean, I'm not opposed to watching it.
Huh?
I'm not opposed to watching it again.
I've seen it so many times. Anyway, so I named her Lilu because she has like red hair like Lilu. And also I thought that would be a little fun thing to add in there for me. And she is a trained assassin with the government and works for the Dunsmire PD. And she gets put together with Coco Matthews, as well as she's a sketch artist. And and Edmund something. I picture him being the Spider-Man. The new Spider-Man.
The new guy.
Yeah, Tom
Holland, yeah.
Yeah, I picture him being that. I should have brought that binder in here. Huh?
Binder?
Well, I have a binder where I started to put things together for the outline of this.
Okay.
Like I have those 3 characters outlined. I also have my killer outlined.
Yeah.
Well, do I have a name?
Me? Do I have a name?
Yeah, do you have a name, Sean?
I'm blanking on it.
Anyway, so this takes place in this town, and they have to figure out who this killer is, and she ends up finding out that it's someone that she knows. And he's killing for a certain reason, and I think that's all I want to say for right now, because I don't have much information, and this is terrible. I apologize for that. So I don't have much information on this yet, but I just love, like, small town stories, like Riverdale.
Yeah.
Have you seen Riverdale?
Yeah. One of my roommates watches it.
Do you watch it?
Sometimes, yeah. Occasionally.
Wait, you need to watch the whole thing.
I don't know.
Cody, isn't it? Cole Sprouse.
Ah.
That's who Jughead is.
Huh.
You know who Jughead is?
No, I don't.
Well, there's a show that we have to binge watch sometime. So I just like the small town vibes with the dark mysteries going on. This isn't really dark. And also one of the things that the killer has as a mark that he leaves on his victims is the Egyptian symbol for death. Because he loved Egyptians and Egyptian mythology.
Isn't that weird cross thing?
Yeah, it's like the weird.
It's like the crust. It's got like the rounded
Mhm,
top. Yeah.
yeah.
The ankh or whatever it's called.
So, he has the Egyptian symbol for death as his mark that he leaves on everyone. One of them that I know of, I have 3 of them outlined on my board thing, is on the forehead. Because the body is laying by the fountain. And that's how Lulu discovers that she knows who the killer is. But she's not going to say anything, and then one day she also wakes, and usually when you have that mark, you're dead. In the story. And she ends up waking up one morning with the mark on her. It's like a stamp. But she's alive.
Please.
So that's kind of where that takes off. Although I'm kind of afraid to write this because I've never read murder mysteries. I've only ever watched them on TV. And I did kind of start this, but I felt like I didn't know what I was doing. Even though I had part of it outlined.
Yeah, start with a murder scene, you know.
Well,
That's
I
how
have it like
goes.
the whole thing starts with her parents and the killer's parents, and I picture the killer being Josh Hutcherson. You know who that is, right?
Yes, yeah, I know who that is.
Peter. And I start with their parents. It's kind of like a Mr. and Mrs. Smith thing, where they're both working for like different companies that are going after each other, and they don't realize it until in the end. That's what I can describe it as, like a Mr. and Mrs. Smith thing.
Yeah.
So, JSS is number 6.
Okay, well, that's Walking Dead.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a zombie one. It's gonna be a zombie one. It's a zombie one. I don't know. I don't care what you say it is.
I've talked about this. I think I've done a part 1 of All About My Novel, but I'm gonna redo that.
Anyways, it's about zombies. It is. And it takes place.
Do
It's
you
either
watch any
gonna
of my videos?
occasionally.
Some friend you are. No.
It's gonna be about zombies though, and it's gonna be it's gonna take place. I'm gonna guess modern. Like, you know, it's zombies, man. You know, like you just shoot them, you just kill zombies, or it takes place in the future. They're killing zombies and it's a robot.
Oh, my battery's running low, so we're gonna have to be quick with
Okay,
it.
robot kills zombies. Yeah. Is that close at all? Is it zombies?
Far off.
Are there zombies?
No, this is a
Okay, this is a trick
contemporary
question.
novel. It's kind of like a contemporary romance murder novel.
Okay.
I have a twisted mind. Okay, at least with the writing part. Anyway, so this is set in the modern time. It's set. I forget the year that they have it set in. I have only the first draft done, and I ended it way too quickly, because I was going to try and have the 2 main characters, which is told from Sophie's point of view and Chris's point of view. And Sophie, actually, they were both their families were on the same flight. And Sophie's family was in front of Chris's.
Oh, survival.
No.
Like a plane crash.
Sophie's family was in front of Chris's. There was actually a shooting that happened on the plane.
Ooh.
And you know how Carl gets shot in the eye?
Yes.
I have Sophie getting shot in the eye. And she's a huge fan of Walking Dead. I have both of them being fans of Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And with her family, her entire family was on the plane, and it's her parents, her brother William, David. Is there a Henry? I think there's a
Is
Henry.
there
I don't know. I think there's a Henry, as well as Sophie herself. So she lives with brothers. And Chris was his older sister. So, and also his dad, because they were on like a business trip to London. So this whole flight is going to London.
Yeah.
And it ends up crashing somewhere around London. Not a lot of people make it. Sophie's mom and dad did not make it, as well as William. David did. Or is his name Daniel? It's David or Daniel.
Daniel.
I'm so bad. I can't even remember my own character's name because I have so many in my head.